This week on Hermitcraft.
I've got a pretty enormous update for you. I'm being eaten by a horse. There's no two ways about it here. I am being devoured by a horse.
Welcome to the Hermitcraft recap. My name is PixelRiffs. Our writer is LoyXP. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. And this week, the monarchy on Hermitcraft has taken a surprising turn, because anybody can declare themselves king at the press of a button.
The hermits just love pressing buttons pointlessly, don't they?
But since there are 3 tiers of crown, not counting the one currently worn by Zombie Cleo, you can be more king than someone else. And you also get more diamonds from the vending machine, presumably to build your throne out of, if previous seasons have taught us anything. And we can only assume the real reason there's no Doc M video this week is that he's camped out in front of the button, waiting to see who will turn purple first. So without further ado, let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week. Starting with Vintage Beef, who makes a deal with the crown, because King Cleo wants his egg for the Royal Museum.
This is what you want?
So, don't put it down. Don't put it down.
I know.
They're even willing to trade diamonds for it instead of just Indiana Jones swapping it for doubloons. But Beef learns that doubloons will be the currency for the eventual museum gift shop, so he wouldn't mind grabbing a few of those as well.
You know what? I'm a generous sort, so there you go.
3?
Like
10. Okay, I only saw
10.
3. I thought you threw 3 at me.
Once Cleo is done swiping his merchandise, Beef heads over to XB Crafted Zoo, where he's promised to build a fox exhibit. The attention to detail is certainly on display. What's not on display is the foxes, because he hasn't found any yet. But perhaps that's a mission for him and XB Crafted to embark upon in the near future.
Now there's one key ingredient missing. I don't know if you've noticed. The foxes. I have to go hunting for foxes. I'm not going to take the one that XB set up for me at my little cabin because I love it.
For the present, Beef returns to the newly established TCG card exchange, stocking the reissued cards with updated mechanics so the hermits can trade in their first editions. This is convenient because the TCG trading has actually entered a whole new phase with the introduction of the special trading post in the commercial district. By Beef's request, Pearlescent Moon finds herself building a hotspot for interpersonal card exchange sorted by type and rarity. Hermits are encouraged to stop by and put up signs with their offers, as well as leave their cards in the assigned barrels on the walls. Though the system is manual and relies a lot on the honesty of the participants. Not that that's going to be an issue on a server where everyone records everything.
There's 23 total hermit cards that will need changing, so that's only 2 that don't need changing.
Oh.
And then all the effect cards, which are 42 of them.
Well, this is going to have to be a big place.
Pearl's own shop is actually more convenient now that Azuma Void has installed the sorting system she commissioned last week. We don't get to see his video on building it yet, but from Pearl's perspective, the trash compactor is there in all of its glory. Now her own storage is safe from growing into a disorganized mess, as long as the garbage sorter isn't a garbage sorter.
And then peeking over there, we can see our lovely shulker monster that is ever so slowly growing even more because we've collected more trash since this was even being made as well. And my gosh, am I looking forward to getting rid of all of that.
Pearl's storage system is about to get a stress test of epic proportions because Joe Hills has been on a mission to provide as much trash as he can. In need of a more convenient mine entrance, Joe has started blasting an area underneath the central hole of his pinball machine base. In the real deal, this would house the subwoofer, but for now, any deep rumbling noises you hear are the 400 plus stacks of gunpowder being put to good use.
Yeah, my previous mine entrance was a 1x1 ladder well, so I think this will look a lot better when it's done.
And Joe's been around this bunch long enough to know that the hermits will gladly turn up with flame bows if you want to demolish something, so a handful of them arrive to smash the subwoofer area all the way down to bedrock. This leaves Joe with a better mine entrance, a decent handful of precious resources, and a patchwork quilt of shulkers to hand over to Pearl's jurisdiction.
It'll filter. I mean, you can always amplify the process and flick these down if you really want to, chuck all the trash in there.
Yeah, that might help, because I've actually built up a few shulkers here.
Is this an entire shulker Oh, gosh.
Yeah, this is all heading your way. Good thing you got that redstone contraption you're working on.
Lady Best Laundry.
It's time for the occasional Real Talk episode with XB Crafted, and having played Minecraft non-stop since 2011, who could blame him for feeling a little worn out making the YouTube videos?
And I've been doing YouTube, playing Minecraft, religiously, since 2012. You can't help but, be affected by that. You know what I mean? This is the longest I've ever played a game. Any game. Period.
Still, XB is nowhere near quitting the server, and in reality he only wanted to announce that he'll be uploading a little slower because he's now found a separate job to support his income. All the best of luck to him, but also nice to hear he's picking up the new Diablo game. Variety is the spice of life, and hey, we could recommend him some more games to play in 12 years when he gets a little tired of Diablo too.
I was really, really enjoying TCG, right? Like that really kept me going. But that's kind of trickled off a bit.
By contrast, Rendog is actually leaving his Real Talk arc. His latest Hermitcraft episode has already been recorded out of the new house he's moved into. Ren shares some exciting and some not so exciting details about his new home, like the fact that he seems to have scored the only house in Britain with some sunshine.
Upon further inspection, I realized that this side of the house where the herbs are, and in fact the front of the house where the sliding door is, gets an incredible amount of sunshine. In fact, it gets sun from about 11 in the morning all the way through in British summertime to about 8 o'clock at night, which is really amazing. I mean, everything went great. The house is mostly unpacked.
Either how, it's exciting times now that his production is about to kick into new gear, as his track record shows that every new studio brought about a new video style in the history of his channel, and yes, with all the car terms, we are hinting at his Iceboat racetrack. Hard not to on the third week of lo-fi ice placement.
It's actually been a great comfort to know that by what seems to be sheer luck, we've managed to land in a pretty suitable place.
Due to important charity stream shenanigans, false symmetry is a banana. Wouldn't even be the first time.
Long story short, I do a charity stream weekend most years in May to support St Jude Children's Research Hospital. So I'm keeping it on for this episode as an extra thank you to those that supported me on that stream.
The charity redeems eat up some of the false castle interiors, but the large part of it is still empty and lonely, so False spends some time decorating the remainder of her castle keep. One notable decoration, of course, is the hot guy signed headshot she buys for the foyer, despite clearly also being right there in the crowd protesting the guy.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Bring back Miyamo. Okay. It's about the horse. It's fine. It's whatever.
For her trouble, the poster doesn't center right on the wall anyway. But you see how False would be a big fan of the Velocite superhero with how her own Elytra course goes a mile a minute. But having opened it to her server mates, False still makes it a point to adjust it for a nicer flying experience. Wouldn't want too many forehead impressions across the checkpoint rings. The course definitely made an impression on Impulse, who returns to claim the top spot, timing his run down to the millisecond just to keep things competitive.
Probably could have done a little bit better on that one, but you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll post my time, which is... I have to go calculate it now, hold on.
It's not the only top spot he's aiming for, because he's one of the first hermits to babysit the button now it has crowns to distribute, leaving him with the question, what kind of king does he want to be? Unfortunately, it means being a clean-shaven king, because the crown has to occupy his headspace, and that's where the beard normally goes.
I don't feel super bad. We only got 3 diamonds out of the deal, but look at this. I look good. And we'll have to try to get the red one next, and maybe even the purple. And, sorry, Corrales. You're too late, bud. I got it.
You know the diamonds wouldn't be much of an incentive for Impulse, considering the profits at iBuy. Business is booming, and the customers are having trouble leaving. Which is actually a problem Impulse tries to solve, because when the lift is broken, taking the stairs might actually be worse.
We do have this back stairway, and right now it's not complete, really. It's kind of dangerous and...
And finally, there's Mumbo, who does so enjoy giving people buttons to push. After adding the crowns to the machine, he sticks around to acquire his own, but it doesn't entirely match his weekend outfit.
Yes! Yes! I've got a golden crown. I think I might be the first person on the Hermitcraft server that has a crown from the diamond button. And it's... I mean, it's not the best, it's the worst crown. It is the worst crown, but it is a crown.
Still, he's satisfied enough to return to his bamboo farm and set up a storage system for it, before he becomes the king of lagging the server with entities.
I mean, that looks pretty cool. That looks so menacing. It looks so angry, but in a good way.
But the man known for moving redstone staircases sure does know how to escalate things, and the next phase of his and Grian's target block exchange plays out. Mumbo rigs it up to dispense Grian's copper blocks into lava, or so it appears. The blocks will actually be saved by a set of artfully concealed hoppers before meeting their fiery fate. All we're saying is it's a good thing Mumbo tested it first.
I mean, that's not many. There's also lava. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't think this through. Okay, half of the items got destroyed. That's not a good ratio.
And that's about it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP, and my name is Pixel Riffs. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here, and subscribe so you won't miss future recaps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.